The last time we studied about the external and internal structure of the human heart. Now we are going to study about the conducting system of the human heart. Now we are very well known to that the human heart, it is myogenic in nature. Okay. Now myogenic means it is made up of from the cardiac muscles. These muscles are present in the myocardium of the wall of the heart. Now these cardiac muscles, these are responsible for alternate, or it is also called as rhythmic contraction and relaxation. That is rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the wall of the heart. It is due to the cardiac muscle. Now this contraction, it is called as systole. What is called as systole? What is mean by systole? Systole, that is contraction, and relaxation, it is called as diastole. What is called as diastole? Now one systole, that is one systole and one diastole togetherly form a single heartbeat. Okay, means what? When a single contraction and a single relaxation takes place, these two collectively form a single heartbeat. Okay. Now in case of human being, there is nearly about 70 to 72 heartbeats per minute. Means per minute our heart beats how many times? It is 70 or 72. Okay. These heartbeats per minute, it is called as heart rate. What is called as heart rate. Okay. Now in each heartbeat, what happened? In each heartbeat, 70 ml blood it pumps out. Okay, 70 ml blood it pumps out per beat. This is called as stroke volume. What is called as stroke volume. Okay, now listen carefully. The human heart is myogenic because cardiac muscles having ability to contract and relax the heart wall. This contraction is called as systole. The relaxation is called as diastole. One systole and one diastole form one heartbeat. Okay. Now such heartbeats per minute, how many? These are 70 to 72 beats per minute. This is called as heart rate. Okay. And each beat, during each beat, 70 ml blood pumps out. This is called as stroke volume. Okay. Now see, if we calculate the cardiac output, this is denoted as CO is equal to heart rate, that is HR. What is heart rate? This heart rate taken here 72 beats per minute into stroke volume. Stroke volume is 70 ml blood per minute. If we calculate or multiply these two, we obtain 5040 ml blood. It is continuously under the cardiac output. It is nearly about 5 liters blood. How many? 5 liters. Hence, cardiac output is equal to 5 liters. Okay. Now see, the heart rate means 70 or 72 beats per minute. During each beat, how many ml blood volume? 70 ml. Hence, cardiac output is equal to heart rate into stroke volume. that is 72 multiplied by 70. We obtain this volume which is nearly about 5 liters of blood. This is called as cardiac output. Okay. Now this contraction and relaxation, that is working of the human heart, it is called as cardiac cycle. What it called as? It is called as cardiac cycle. Okay. After all, we studied about this cardiac cycle after some time. Now before that, the working of the heart, that is one systole and one diastole, is equal to one cardiac cycle. Okay. And this contraction and relaxation, it is under the control of the tissue. The tissues are called as nodal tissue. What it called as? Nodal tissue. Okay. Now we studied about this. We are going to study about this nodal tissue. The first point is that same, our heart is myogenic because the continuous contraction and relaxation, it is under the control of cardiac muscles. Okay. And these cardiac muscles, these become specialized, and due to this specialized, there is formation of nodal tissues, or these nodal tissues also called as conducting tissues. Okay. Now these nodal tissues include first SA node, second AV node, third bundle of Keys, and fourth Purkinje fiber. Okay. Now these four structures are called as nodal tissue. These are nothing but the cardiac muscles, but they are specialized for the function of contraction and relaxation of hearts. Hence they are called as nodal tissue. And collectively these four nodal tissue, they form the conducting system of the human heart. Okay. What is conducting system? Conducting system means the system which consists of four nodal tissues, that is SA node, AV node, bundle of His, and Purkinje fiber. Okay. Now see, we are very well known to that. Our heart consists of, this is upper one chambers, that is atria, and below to this, these are the ventricles. Okay. This is internal surface. This is interventricular septum here. This is interatrial septum of the atria. Here is also double septum here. The remaining structures we are very well known to that. When conducting system asked, you have to write down only about the nodal tissue. There is no need to explain the structural points of the external or internal structure. Okay. Now see, this is right atrium, this is left atrium, this is right ventricle, this is left ventricle. The first part, SA node, it is located in the right atrium. It is the nodal tissue just located near the opening of superior vena cava. Okay. This is called as SA node. SA for sinoatrial node. What is this? Sinoatrial node. Now this SA node, it is responsible for initiating new wave of contraction. Means the wave of contraction is created in this SA node. Hence SA node is called as pacemaker. What it called as? Pacemaker. Okay, because wave of contraction initiates here. Then this wave, it is spread through this atria. Also it is spread on this left atrium. This node, a sinoatrial node, responsible for contraction of both the atria. And also this wave of contraction, it is spread or it is transferred towards the node, that is second node. The second node, it is called as AV node, means atrioventricular node. This AV node, it is called as pacesetter. What it called as? Pacesetter. Okay. Now this AV node, it is just present at the base of interatrial septum. Location of SA node is just at the opening of superior vena cava, and AV node, it is present at the base of interatrial septum in this right atrium. Okay. Now this AV node, it is continued through the interventricular septum. Okay, and here it appears as like the bundle of fiber, hence it is called as bundle of His. What it called as? Bundle of His. This wave of contraction which is created here, it is passed to this AV node. From AV node it passes to the bundle of His. When this bundle, it runs through the interventricular septum, then it bifurcates, that is divided into two branches, and these branches goes towards the right side of the heart wall, that is ventricular wall, and then into the left one. Okay, in this way. This is called as right branch, and this is called as left branch. Okay, and from these branches the smaller fibers arises, and these fibers, they spread all over the ventricular surface. These fibers, these are called as Purkinje fibers. What it called as? Purkinje fibers. Okay. Now this first sinoatrial node, second atrioventricular node, bundle of His, and Purkinje fiber. These four are the components of conducting system. This first SA node, it initiates the wave of contraction, due to which atrial contraction takes place. After that, this wave, it goes through the, or it is transmits toward the AV node. Then this AV node transfer this impulse through the both branches on the ventricular surface, due to which both ventricles get contract, and alternate contraction and relaxation goes on. Okay. Now one contraction, that is one systole and one diastole, it is called as heartbeat, or it is also called as cardiac cycle. What is cardiac cycle? That is, in a heartbeat, the contraction, one contraction takes place, that is systole, and one diastole takes place, it is called as cardiac cycle. And this cardiac cycle, it is of 0.8 seconds. Means one cardiac cycle, it is 0.8 second, and it is divided into 3 stages. Okay, we will be see here. Now most important thing is that when conducting system asks, okay, you have to only label SA node, AV node, bundle of His and Purkinje fiber in the diagram. There is no need to label the external or internal structures in the diagram of conducting system. Okay. Now next we are going to study about the what is mean by cardiac cycle. That is SA node initiates the wave of contraction due to which atria contracts. After that these ventricle contracts. Okay. Now during this contraction and after that relaxation, actually what happens in the heart, that is called as cardiac cycle, or simply it is called as working of the human heart. Okay. So the next point, we studied about the cardiac cycle. In this cardiac cycle, 3 stages. Now in these 3 stages, see, first stage is it is called as atrial systole. Okay. Second stage, it is called as ventricular systole. This is second stage. And third is called as joint diastole. What it called as? It is called as joint diastole. Means cardiac cycle, that is working of the heart, it consists of 3 stages. First atrial systole, second ventricular systole, and third one is the joint diastole. Now a single cardiac cycle, it is about 0.8 second. What is the duration of one cardiac cycle? 0.8 second. From which atrial systole it is of 0.1 second. Ventricular systole it is of 0.3 second. And joint diastole is of 0.4 second. Now the label atrial means atria, that is right atrium and left atrium. Systole means contraction. That is in this stage contraction of both atria. Okay. In this ventricular means both ventricles. Systole, that is contraction. And joint diastole means both atria and both ventricles relax. Okay. Now in case of atria, when both atria contracts, both atria means the right atrium and left atrium. Okay. What happens? When right atrium and left atrium contracts, the blood goes into respective ventricles. Where blood goes? It goes into respective ventricle. Means right atrium, it consists of impure blood. It goes into right ventricle. And left atrium, it consists of pure blood. This pure blood, it goes into left ventricle. Now this blood transfer, how it takes place, we will be seeing in the diagram. Just denote here what happens. Now in case of ventricular contraction, what happens? From right ventricle, blood goes in pulmonary aorta. Okay, and from left ventricle, blood goes in systemic aorta. Okay, in second step what happened? From right ventricle, the blood is impure. It goes into the pulmonary aorta. In left ventricle, pure blood. This blood goes into the systemic aorta. Okay. Now, in third stage, that is joint diastole, what happens? Atria and ventricles simultaneously relaxed. And what happened? From superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and coronary sinus. Okay. From these three blood vessels, the right atrium, it is filled with the impure blood. Which blood collected in right atrium? Impure. And with the help of 4 pulmonary veins, this left atrium filled with the pure blood. Okay. Now please remember, if you remember this type of the summary or flow chart, then and then only you can describe the working of the heart. By just only reading, you cannot able to describe the working of heart. You have to concentrate. That is, atrial systole means contraction of atria, and you have to think what happens then when contracts attracts. That is, from right atrium, blood goes to the right ventricle. From left atrium, blood goes into the left ventricle. Ventricular systole means what? That is contraction of the ventricles. And from right ventricle, blood comes into pulmonary aorta. From left ventricle, blood goes into the systemic aorta. In third stage, joint diastole, or it is also called as complete diastole, both atria and ventricles relaxed. When relaxed, what happened? Chamber filled. Which chamber? The right atrium, it is filled with impure blood from superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and coronary sinus. And from 4 pulmonary veins, the left atrium, it is filled with the pure blood. Okay. Now, this is theoretically we understood what happens in each stage of the cardiac cycle. Okay. Now, diagrammatically we observe actually what happens in this stage. See, we have to draw the 3 diagrams roughly. That is, this is 2 atria and respective ventricles. Okay. There is no need to draw the detailed diagram. These diagrams only for our understanding. That is what happens in each stage of the cardiac cycle. There is no need to label all the parts of the heart. Okay. Also draw here what happens in the second stage. These 2 are the atria. Then below this, inferior chambers. These inferior chambers, that is ventricles. This is interventricular septum in this way. And here also we draw the 2 atrias and 2 ventricles also. It is very easy to understand the cardiac cycle with the help of diagram. Otherwise, we are getting confused what happened in each stage. As like this, just for our better understanding. There is no need to draw the to denote the labels. Okay. Now see, the first one is atrial systole. This is right atrium and left atrium. Contraction of both these, it is called as atrial systole. Now what happens when contracts? This is impure blood, here pure blood is present. Now from this right ventricle and left ventricle, here is the walls are present. Okay. Now this right atrium when contract, it passes all the blood in the chamber. Okay. And from right atrium, the blood came into the left ventricle. Now these openings, these are guarded by two walls, that is bicuspid closes this opening and again tricuspid closes this opening. Now these chambers are filled with the blood. Okay. This is called as atrial systole. Now in case of second ventricular systole, what happens? This right ventricle and this is left ventricle. Now this right ventricle, it is filled with the impure blood. Okay. And this left ventricle, it is filled with the pure blood. Now once the contraction of this ventricle takes place, the blood, it goes into pulmonary aorta. Where it goes? It goes in pulmonary aorta, and from this blood goes into the systemic aorta. Okay, in this way. This is pulmonary aorta. This is systemic aorta. In this way. Okay. Here semilunar walls closes this opening and there is no reverse or back flow of the blood. Now in case of joint diastole, the right atrium, it is filled with the blood, impure blood from superior vena cava, this inferior vena cava and coronary sinus. This chamber is filled with the impure blood, and this is left atrium. It is filled with the pure blood with the help of 4 pulmonary veins. 2 from here and 2 are opening from the here. That is called as joint diastole. In these 3 stages, the complete one cardiac cycle takes place. After that, second cardiac cycle again start. Again there is atrial systole, then again ventricular systole, and then joint diastole. Okay. Now, in case of this, you have to mention the 3 stages, and question may be asked for the long question, that is describe the cardiac cycle. It is very easy to remember the diagrams and the points which is noted as the micro notes in your notes also. Then this human heart, that is activity of the human heart, cardiac cycle or working of the human heart, who controls these activity, that is regulation of cardiac activity. Okay. First we studied about the conducting system of the heart, means which are the factors responsible for the activity of the human heart. After that we studied about the 3 stages of the human heart, that is human heart, it consists of atrial systole. After the atrial systole, second one is the joint diastole. After joint diastole, next one cardiac cycle. This is second point, and now we are going to study about the regulation of the cardiac activity, means who is responsible for the cardiac activity regulation. Actually, we are very well known to that the human heart is myogenic. We know that. Okay, means cardiac muscles are responsible for the atorhythmicity. Why? Myogenic means these cardiac muscles are atorhythmic. They independently form the contraction and relaxation. Okay. Now this regulation of cardiac activity, it is also under the control of dual mechanism. First one is the nervous control, and second one is the hormonal control. Okay, nervous and hormonal control. Now in case of this nervous control, not hormonal, nervous and hormonal control, also it is called as chemical control. Okay, now this nervous control means in case of human body, the third part, that is autonomous nervous system. It is simply written as ANS. Three parts of our nervous system, that is central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomous nervous system. From this autonomous nervous system, it's again two divisions: parasympathetic nervous system, that is PNS. Okay, this secrete a hormone, that is acetylcholine, and this acetylcholine, it is responsible for the decreasing heart activity, means it reduces the heart activity or the heartbeat. Okay, this is parasympathetic. Second one division of nervous system is sympathetic nervous system, denoted as SNS, and it is also related to the secretion of a chemical. It is called as epinephrine. Okay, and this epinephrine, it is responsible for the increasing heart activity, means our heart activity or heartbeat increases due to the secretion of epinephrine. These two systems, that is called as nervous control. Also in our brain there are certain cardiovascular centers, and these centers are present in our medulla oblongata. Okay, medulla oblongata, it is the part of brain. These structures will be very clear in the next chapter, that is nervous coordination. Now here just remain, that is our brain consists of cardiovascular center. These are located in the medulla oblongata, and these centers, they work through the proprio, baro and chemoreceptors. Okay, with the help of these three receptors, the nervous control of the heart activity takes place. In case of hormonal or chemical control, most important thing is that concentration of the